So I'm going to show you one of my favorite things I learned from Tom Bukovac. So if you don't know Tom, he's a Nashville session guitarist, probably one of the best guitarists in the world. And during the COVID, the pandemic, he started a YouTube page. Back then, I think it was called the Corona Lessons, and then it transformed into homeschooling. And so if you haven't heard that, go to that page, check it out. Start with those very beginning episodes. It's phenomenal stuff. He's given away all the secrets. And now he keeps it going. I think he's posting almost daily, but it's almost like it's like the late night show of guitar YouTube. You know, it's just kind of comforting to watch. He just kind of shoots his shit, and then shows you some cool guitar stuff every once in a while. He's also got a phenomenal guitar album out called Plexi Soul, so I highly recommend that. It's a beautiful album, a lot of rich harmonic stuff, incredible melodies, wonderful playing. So what I learned from Tom is how to make chords beautiful. And this isn't something I like crack the code with. Like, he explicitly told everybody how he does it. Because I remember I was trying to learn one of the songs I was following along, and it was like a B mixolydian. It was B, then it went to F sharp minor, and then it went to A, and then to E. But as I was playing, I was like, why do my chords not sound anywhere as good? Like, I know I don't have as nice of equipment, I'm not nearly as good of a player, but there was a big gap between my playing and his. And then I realized what he was doing was what he told us to do in previous lessons, and that was to use many fingers on your right hand. So what he's using is these, I think he's using these three, so it's his thumb, index, and ring finger. I like to hybrid pick it, so I'm using my thumb, middle finger, and ring finger. I don't think it matters how you do it. What matters is what chords you get. So instead of just strumming it through, this B major strumming it through, what he's gonna do is he's gonna make it more like a piano and hit the pick, middle, and then the ring on the third. So it's root, fifth, and the third of the chord. And when we play it all together, you get this nice sound. And that immediately sounds a lot different than this. Another thing Tom does is he vibratos the chords. You know, we're always talking about vibrato with soloing, with single notes, but nobody really talks about vibrato with chords. And if you watch and listen to Tom, he gives a little vibrato on all three of those notes. And it gives it such a unique vibe. The other thing I noticed is that the chord voice matters. So here in this chord you have the root, fifth, and the third. And I find that this technique works best when you have that fifth close to the root. It just gives it that nice dynamic, rich sound where that third ring's on top. I feel like if you put the third on the bottom, you know, if you go root, third, and fifth, it's a cool sound, but it's not as adaptable to as many songs, whereas this is gonna work in many other songs. So all those chords have the root and the fifth, like a power chord right next to them. And if you take that E, and you do the same thing here, much different even though it's kind of the same notes. So especially if you have a song that's a little slower, you don't need to get super creative wild chords. Maybe you just need to play the ones you know a little differently. So think about your right hand instead of thinking about all the music theory and all the left hand stuff. another thing I like about Tom is that he doesn't do all those cringy YouTube titles, you know, the clickbait stuff. He just puts them up there and lets people take what they want. And I find some integrity in that. But yeah, check out his page. He's got so much guitar wisdom on there. Just start at the very beginning. He's gonna give you all of his secrets. Or worst case scenario, it's just entertaining to watch him talk and play guitar. And get Plexi Soul. Plexi Soul is an amazing record.